Hello, I'm Scott Cohn, Maine East class of 1978 and a very proud alumnus of WMTH all 4 years at Maine East. Today I work mostly in TV. I'm a news correspondent for NBC News and CNBC, the business channel that I helped launch back in 1989. These days I work part-time, I guess you could say semi-retired. It doesn't always feel that way. I'm based in beautiful Santa Cruz, California on the Central Coast after many years in Chicago and New York. The career that I've had has been tremendous. I'm so fortunate. It has literally taken me all around the world and into some pretty amazing stories, big stories, 9/11, Enron, Hurricane Katrina, the list goes on. I've gotten to interview Bernie Madoff in prison, Warren Buffett, the billionaire, Oprah Winfrey, Michael Jordan twice. It really has been a dream come true, and that dream started right there at WMTH. As a first-year student at Maine East High School back in 1974, I really didn't know what I was going to do with high school, let alone my whole career. And one day I walked into the radio station because I guess I thought it might be interesting, and I guess you could say that I caught the bug. I did learn pretty early on. I was not very good at play-by-play on the radio for sports, and I wasn't all that much of a DJ. But what I really gravitated toward was the news. I enjoyed it a lot. It was something that I really took to. I was the news director a couple of years there. I believe I was the program director senior year. It's a long time ago, so it kind of gets fuzzy. But it was a tremendous experience. Our leader at the time, our faculty sponsor, the general manager, was Bill Mitchell, William R. Mitchell, who we all loved and respected at the time, but it's really only now, going on 50 years later, that I understand what he pulled off. You know, he kept us disciplined. We had an FCC license after all, and it was an educational institution, and we had to uphold all that, and yet we got the opportunity to spread out, to experiment, to try things. He gave us that freedom. My junior year of high school, there was a presidential election, 1976, Ford and Carter. That dates me somewhat. But we decided we were going to go all out on election coverage. We actually sent reporters downtown to the campaign headquarters to work alongside the big stations, the big network stations, radio and TV. Why we thought we could get away with that, I have no idea, but it worked. It was a tremendous experience. I'm sure we didn't sound nearly as polished as we thought that we did, but it still was terrific, and was a great memory and was a lot of fun. And we learned a lot, and really that's kind of the key to all of it. And the thing about it is that everything I did at WMTH seemed like it gave me a leg up on what came next. So when I graduated from high school, I managed to get an internship the summer between high school and college at a radio station in Des Plaines called WYEN. It's long gone, but it was a station that very much competed with the stations in the city. And I got to go around all of that summer doing radio features that aired on the weekends. I wouldn't have known how to do that were it not for my experience at WMTH. And that then turned into a job at Wisconsin Public Radio in Madison while I was getting my journalism degree at the University of Wisconsin. That too was built upon the experience that I got at WMTH. Then next to Eau Claire, Wisconsin, the NBC station. I wanted to get into TV. And by the way, while I was at Maine East, they started WMTH TV. So I had a little bit of experience there. So I worked at WEAU TV in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, and WAXX Radio there. Pretty quickly from there, went on to the ABC station in Grand Rapids, Michigan, WZZM, and then on to CNBC. A really, really tremendous experience that all harkens back to those days in what was Center Court. Now they're I understand, the beautiful new studios at Maine East. And I'm so thankful for all of that. So if you are currently a student there, on the staff there, I guess I and the many other people like me, we're living proof that you are in a very good training ground, whether it's for a career in media or whether it's something else because you're learning to work together as a team, you're learning to put a product together. It's one of the greatest student activities that I could possibly imagine, and congratulations for taking part in it. And I want to take a moment to speak to those of you who might be interested in journalism, which of course is where I went. Journalism is a tough job. It always was a tough job to break into and a tough job to do. It has never been tougher than it is now. But I hope you'll stick with it for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's essential. It's more essential now than ever. If you really want to do this, if you're curious about the world around you, this is the place to be. And here's the reward. You're going to learn something new pretty much every day. You're going to go to places that you might otherwise never go to, meet people that you definitely would not otherwise meet. And you'll be performing a very, very important role. I can tell you after more than 45 years doing this, that there is no cooler way to make a living, at least not that I can imagine, and it all goes right back to WMTH. So what a testament that is to the people back in 1959 who thought we should have a radio station at this high school, and all of the people throughout the years who kept this going to this day, and to all of you who are still involved with it. I'm sorry I can't be there for the big celebration, the anniversary celebration. I look forward to getting back to Maine East one of these days soon. Congratulations, WMTH, on 64 years, and all the best to everyone.